Good morning, gang. Happy crack of dawn, or not even that close yet, for Monday morning. Back, yeah, another weekend done. So back to the rat race and everything, trying to be productive human beings, at least for those of us who actually work and actually are willing to work. So hope you all had a busy, productive weekend. God knows we did. I think it was another 68 plants that went in yesterday or something like that. So, but we got one of the four gardens completed, so that was a good thing. But what I wanted to talk about today was something that probably doesn't get thought of that much, because the one thing about preppers that we are is we're very introspective. We're worried about us, okay? How are we going to take care of myself, my wife, whatever it would be? Now, the reason I bring this up is because obviously none of us know what scenario we're going to face, so we kind of prepare for all of them. And most of us have other people that are going to be part of our mag or whatever it is, whether they be our, parents, kids, grandkids, siblings, cousins, friends, whatever it would be. And I say this because, bugging out is in a lot of people's plans. Okay, I guess if you live in a city or maybe even in the suburbs or whatever it is, the idea to get out and go somewhere is a lot of people's idea of what's going to happen. Okay, now for other people, i.e., me, okay, and those of us who live out in the sticks, okay, we are the bug out location, where people are going to be coming to. And so this brings up a question that I wonder if a lot of people have thought about. Okay, so and I'll just use my example or my situation, for example, and you can kind of fit it into how it works for you, okay? But y'all know my daughter's up in Indiana and my cousin is in Chicago. Now, if we ever got to a SHTF situation where, okay, the cities are burning or, not Portland, and people had to bug out, I'm fine. I'm staying where I am. I mean, unless, of course, like I said, the forest goes up on fire, or the Chinese come over the mountain, then I'm moving. But for, the immediate plan is to stay here. Now, for them, the immediate plan is to come here. And so that brings up the logistical issue of how. And I'm not talking about whether you can get in the car and go. I mean, riding a bicycle at 80 years old from Chicago to Tennessee is not going to happen. So, that's pretty much my cousin's option. But, my daughter, even then, riding a bicycle for what's a 6-hour drive, not going to happen. So, we're assuming at this point it's going to be car travel. Now, I'll reference, as I have many times, the book 1 Second After. I'll also reference the movie The Road. All right? And if you think about the travel that has to be made, how do you get from point A to point B safely? That's the big word. Okay. And where I say I'm going to reference the book and the movie, all right, if you haven't read the book, I'm going to give you a little spoiler here. But if you think about it in the book, the crowds are moving up the highway, okay? And obviously these are the marauders, as we talk about all the time. If you think about the movie The Road, okay, father and son are kind of working their way through the woods to get to the ocean, because the roads are covered with, again, marauders. Now, it may not only be marauders that are on the road. You may also have the military on the road. Again, after all, the highway system was created in the first place to be a way to quickly transport military vehicles. It was not created so we could get between cities quickly. It was specifically created for the military. We just get to use it. Okay? So my question is, do your family members, MAG members, whoever it be that are coming to you, or you are all going to one centralized location, do they have a back roads route to get there where they can avoid the crowds? Now, some people do. Some people didn't think about that, all right? So, there's the first part is, all right, get out a map, not GPS, because, you could use GPS with a map so you can draw it on a map, but don't plan on GPS being around. But so you can figure out your route through, back roads and anything like that to get where you're going to go. So then that brings up the second portion. Do the rest of your MAG members, do you know, again, I'll use my daughter for an example. Do I know her route to get here that is not going to be via interstate? And the reason that's important is because you should have a timeline of where they're going to be able to get to. Now, again, remember, you're going back roads, so first off, it's not going to be 65 miles an hour. Second off, you're going to have to get through some chaos. So you can figure it's going to take extra time. So, my thought is if this is normally a 6-hour drive, now it turns into being an 18-hour drive. All right, figure I'm going to triple the time. Double it because you're not going to be doing 65, and add another third because you're going to have to maneuver a little bit as situational awareness. Oh my God, there's a crowd of people in the street there. I'm going around, and that may take you an extra half an hour or something like that. So, but do you have an idea where they should be? Because in the event that, I don't know, they get a flat tire, the serpentine belt breaks on the car, pick something, and they're stuck, you may need to go rescue them. And there may not be cell phones, phone system, whatever, for them to call you up and say, hey, I'm at Mary's Tire in, Smithtown, come get me. You need to know which way they're going and have a general idea of where they would be so you can go look for them. That's going to be crucial because we all think about how you could stress out, all right? Imagine the stress of, think about when it's a snowstorm, for example, and it's Christmas, and your kids or your parents are coming over to your house, and there's a snowstorm going on, and it's, you're kind of, you're worried, going, okay, are they going to make it through the storm? Did they slide off the road somewhere, whatever it would be? Same situation is going to be in this, except this is going to be amped up because in the snowstorm, hopefully nobody's shooting people. All right, so, make a plan with your family, with whoever's going, so you all know the routes that each person's taking, because chances are, while you may all be coming from the east heading west, chances are you're not all within 2 blocks of each other and convoying it there. Right, so, but that's just a good plan to have ahead of time for peace of mind, but also for safety reasons. So I wanted to put that out this morning. If you guys have any other great ideas to add to this, because I'm sure some people have thought about this, I'm sure some haven't, please add them down in the comments, share your wisdom with everybody else. That's what we're here for after all. So, all right, guys, have a good Monday. Pinball out.